Cherry Street Farmers Market in Brookside with Market Manager Leslie Moyer. Thank you for joining me today.
Well, thank you for coming out.
Can you tell me a little bit about the history of this market?
Sure. The Cherry Street Farmers Market Association is celebrating its 10th anniversary this year. They were the original farmers market in the city of Tulsa, and about 4 years ago they expanded to include a midweek market so that the vendors would have another outlet for their food.
Okay, so you have a market Saturday and then again Wednesday?
Correct.
And they're in two different locations?
They are. The Saturday market's at 15th and Peoria, and the Brookside market is down at 41st in Peoria.
Okay. Most of the time when people think about a farmer's market, they think about vegetables and fruits, but there's a lot more being offered here. Can you tell me about the products?
Sure. We like it for customers to be able to do a lot of their shopping when they come out, because we know that it can be maybe easier to shop at a grocery store, so we want to have a nice variety for them. So we have everything from meats like pork, beef, and lamb to eggs, and along with obviously your traditional produce, and we also have some prepared foods like breads and even prepared dishes.
And I also see a lot of plants, cut flowers.
We do. We have most of our plant sales are in the spring. We sell everything from tomato plants for people to grow at home to ornamentals. And then in the fall we have some fall plants that you might see like mums and pansies.
Okay. And how long does the market operate? What's the season?
The market operates from May till October. The Saturday market ends October 4th. The Wednesday market goes through October 24th.
Excellent. So if I was a customer in the Tulsa area, what could you tell me? What are some reasons that I should shop at a farmer's market?
Well, one of the probably the thing that brings customers out first are just that the food is so much fresher and tastes so much better. It's a variety that's grown because it tastes good, not because it can ship for long distances. And it's picked very fresh. Usually for our morning market, the farmers pick it yesterday and they cool it overnight and then come and sell it today. But in addition, you're supporting your local economy. That research shows that if you spend money on food that's grown locally, it's like spending $1.60 with another store, because more of the money stays in the community. So.
Well, thank you very much for joining me today.
So, thank you.
Here with Doug Walton from the Kerr Center for Sustainable Agriculture. Thank you for joining me today, Doug.
Sure, thanks, Kim.
Could you tell me a little bit about the Buy Fresh, Buy Local project?
Sure, yes. Buy Fresh, Buy Local is an initiative of the Kerr Center, but it's a part of a national effort that's sponsored by the Food Roots Network, a national nonprofit based in Pennsylvania that is helping basically local communities to develop support for local farmers and local foods. And so as the Kerr Center's acting as really the state coordinator in Oklahoma, just starting this year in 2007 to bring this campaign to Oklahoma.
And what kind of impacts do you expect to see the community and the economy at large?
Sure. Well, as we know, agriculture has undergone many changes over the last 50 plus years. We've lost a lot of our small family farms as the sort of the agricultural economy has industrialized and commodity production has increased for export. Farms have gotten larger and farmers have gotten fewer, and so we're starting to kind of feel the effects of that, and have been for some time, in terms of vulnerability of our food supply and the distances with which food has to travel. The average food calorie travels about 1,500 miles to reach our table for a normal meal, and that's a real concern in times of declining fossil fuels and increasing cost of fossil fuels. And also, we're losing a lot of good prime farmland to development, land that could be used for productive agriculture to meet our own food needs. We also are experiencing a number of diet-related health problems related to food choices that we're making, and the access to good, fresh, healthy, nutritious foods. And so the promotion of local foods and food producers is one way to help sort of reinvigorate our agricultural economy by the economic opportunities that provides for selling locally directly to customers, as well as increasing the access to the best, freshest foods you can find. Many people shop at farmers markets and other places say you really can't get it any fresher unless you grew it yourself.
So what are some of the efforts? I understand this is a new project this year, but what are some of the efforts that you've been doing to increase the awareness of farmers markets?
Right. Well, primarily, we see that what needs to happen most is action and education and awareness at the local community level. The Kerr Center is a statewide organization. We're a nonprofit. We've worked in Oklahoma for over 40 years and have a lot of experience working with farmers and small producers and ranchers and farmers markets and other efforts to help connect them with consumers. But those connections take place in communities, and we need to have the support and the work of people in communities that are trying to help facilitate those sorts of connections. And so we've started working in the Tulsa area with an organization, Sustainable Green Country. They are a nonprofit, volunteer-based, actually a chapter of another state nonprofit, the Oklahoma Sustainability Network. And so they have chapters all over the state, and 2 of them are in Tulsa. And Sustainable Green Country is compiled of folks that are just really interested in issues sort of concerning our impact on the environment. Food, energy, transportation, land use, the whole works.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, thank you very much for the information, and thank you for joining me today.
Oh, you're welcome. Thanks for having me.
Carrots, walnuts, and dates.
Doug mentioned that the local efforts in the Buy Fresh, Buy Local program are spearheaded by the Sustainable Green Country organization. Rita Scott is here today with me. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you, Kim.
Can you tell me a little bit about Sustainable Green Country's efforts locally here in Tulsa to promote the project?
Yes, well, Kim, Sustainable Green Country is a local coordinating chapter for Oklahoma's Sustainability Network, and that is what they're known for, is networking, and that is what we like to do too, is network. And so Sustainable Green Country likes to connect the urban with the rural and create that interconnectedness. And so through that, we thought that this Buy Fresh, Buy Local campaign that we are partnering with Kerr Center as the local coordinating chapter would be a perfect fit for our organization. So how did we get started? Well, we first of all, we created a steering committee, and on that steering committee was the farmer market managers from all the farmers markets here in our local area, as well as OSU Extension Center, Sue Gray, she was on it, and Chamber of Commerce. We wanted to connect the business sector with the agriculture sector, a unique partnership, so to speak, but it turned out to be very successful. And so anyway, our goal was to be able to connect the consumers to the local foods, because number one, not only does it taste really good and it's very nutritious, but also it reduces the carbon footprint. That fruit that doesn't travel 1,500 miles.
Right.
And so as a sustainable organization, we're very concerned about that too.
Okay.
So we wanted people to be able to find all the farmers markets, and so this was what the Buy Fresh, Buy Local food guide has done. And then on the inside, in addition to the farmers market, once the season is over, then we also have other markets that carry local foods as well. We created a wonderful poster that has the Oklahoma specific logo for it, and it reflects all the wonderful fruits and vegetables and products that are available and grown in Oklahoma. And we created these posters here so that they would be located all around town so that people could find the farmers markets, because that is, one of the goals is to connect everyone together. So we did that. In addition to, we have created bumper stickers too. It has the Kerr Center website located on it, and also you can go to sustainablegreencountry.org, and there will be additional information there to how to plug in locally in the Tulsa area.
Okay. Now, where can you find the local food guides?
The local food guides for 2007 are available at all of the farmers markets, as well as the markets that are located inside it, as well as the public libraries, local coffee houses, and places such as that.
Okay.
Oh, and I also wanted to say that for 2008, in addition to just listing the farmers markets, that we will list farmers, producers, U-picks, and it will be a lot more extensive on the inside, so we're really excited about that.
Wonderful. And I understand there's a lot of organizations involved with this, and one of those is the Cooperative Extension Service. You mentioned Sucre. What's their role in this project?
Well, one of the things that we have discovered is Mother Nature really plays a huge role in our local food supply. We need more growers. We need more producers, because we have really gotten out here and promoted buy local, and we have oversold the supply. So the role of the Extension Center will be educational classes, be offering the right varieties of berries and fruits and vegetables, and just to be able to help those that may be retiring, or even the young people. I mean, there is a real opportunity here.
So they're connecting growers to the marketplace.
Yes.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Kim.
We hope you've enjoyed this classic from the Oklahoma Gardening Vault. Remember, even though these tips and techniques are timeless, there's always something new to learn in the world of gardening. By subscribing to both Oklahoma Gardening and OK Gardening Classics, you'll have access to a wealth of gardening knowledge, both classic and contemporary.